Where to? Where do you want to go? I don't know about you, but I want to go everywhere. Don't know where I'm going, I'm just going. No matter where we go, they're always going to lead us to something. Some kind of understanding, some kind of truth. Some kind of something. Watch them walk us right into some giant dump of nothing but the bad garbage. And I'm gonna have to run all the way back out here to clean it all up. Check this place out. You talk about a heavenly chill spot. Gotta look out for the snakes. They love these little tiny tributaries. They like to hang out on the side. Dang, would you look at that? Gotta get a closer look. That's exactly what I came out here for today. Would you look at that? Man. You missing out. Definitely got to get some portraits of this. You know what? I was just thinking about something, like a discovery that I made last summer. I think it was last September, last August, when I was up there cleaning by the Etowah River. For almost the entire rest of the summer 2023. And every time I cleaned, every bag I took out, every trip I made to the dumpster, and every time I came back, they would unlock a door, unlock a scene within the heaven around us. And I spent all last Sunday out here cleaning, the entire day when I intended to go out exploring. But it's almost like I had to clean it up first before I can have the door opened. The door unlocked, the gate. Just to have access to heaven, the heaven within it. I had to clean it up first before I can go any further within the game. And the door is open today. The weird thing about it is it was supposed to be 100% cloud cover today. I wonder what happened. Welcome to heaven. Cute. I know, little ones, you're out here chilling, wanting to know when someone's going to come out and pick up the garbage. Because this is the second stash I've come across in the past 175 feet. Old road equals what? Old bottle dumps on the side of the road. Probably an old logging road. I don't know if that's an actual old country road or something like that. I don't know yet. Last stash over there was about from the 90s. Modelo bottles, that kind of thing. This looks like it's from the 70s and 80s. Something that I wish they never did. They probably don't know any better. Wonder how many more there's going to be. I'm just out chilling today. I guess they came out here and assessed the property. Hopefully they're not going to develop it. The reason I say that is because it looks like someone took some kind of little, what do you call the little bulldozers? The little tiny ones that people like to steal because they're so small. Looks like they came out with one of them things and shoved all the nature to the side. I'm looking. Well, exploring, that's what I call this. Beautiful out here, though. One thing I always got to keep in mind, keep a lookout for. Snakes, trail cams, fire ants, and other things. I think I see a giant tree, a beech tree over here. Maybe it's just a smaller one with multiple stems. Beautiful. Yeah, it's just, oh, it's a willow oak. Not that old. Heavenly out here. Ain't nothing like being the only one out in some place like this. I'm hitting right with the artifacts, so I'm going to spend a lot of time. My bad. I'm not the only one out here. Yeah, but I've been hitting right with the artifacts for 2024, so I'm going to be half and half exploring. But when I come across something like this, it looks like it could be an old home site. Looks like I see an old roadbed, could be an old driveway. Young pine trees up on the hill. Probably nothing at all out here. Except a bunch of heaven. Yeah, I saw all this and I thought it could have been an old home site up on the hill. Still could be. Thanks for allowing me to come out and look around. I promise I won't kill anything. vintage. And if I came across some ancient graveyard out here, well, not ancient. Well, that too, but, most likely from like the early 1800s, something like that, I'll crap my drawers. When I came across these vines right here with these privet hedges, I kind of thought this could have been the spot. Yeah, they're not going to build some house on a hill like this, on this kind of slope. Still think the old roadbed is right here, overgrown and everything. Love exploring, but it's so hard getting through stuff like this. I think it's old hunting land. Look at this. It's where the bunny rabbits like to chill. A lot of new growth up in here. I'm just trying to look out for things that haven't been seen or experienced in a long time. Discovered in a long time. But it's nearly impossible to try to get through stuff like this, man. You got a combination of the low-hanging bushes and then the vines from the muscadines. Hey, that rhymed. What do I get myself into? It's almost like you gotta go through hell just to get to the easy side. But it's not hell. It's adventure. That was that. Watch them lead us right into some trail cam. We're gonna be like a deer in headlights. We're gonna look up and look right into that thing too. So far, no dishwasher from 1961. No washing machine from 1976. Beautiful. Ain't nothing like it. Well, where I am, there's nothing like it at the moment. There's many places like it. Just bumping my gums about where I am. Oh, there's like the 50th oil container. Too bad it's not a salt crock from 1811 out here. Oops. Beautiful. That was a big one. That could have been a snake. It sounded like a number 2 instead of a number 1. Beautiful. Check that out. Always makes me happy to be within it. I'm just chilling right now. Like chilling in the moonlight. It's only about 2:30 right now. I still got 6 hours to just keep on walking through here. But I think I found something. No, it's not anything major. It's major right here though. Something I've been trying to look for. Old school pottery from like the turn of the century, 1900s, 1920s, 1930s. Means something was up on the hill, close by, whatever. Wonder where the monumental bottle dump is, if it hasn't been ran over. Cool find. You're gonna say, take a look around. A little bit closer? Well, I'm about to. It's heavily up in here, though. I'm about to toss this thing up in the woods. Man, look at that. Gotta keep looking at it, looking through it. Can't let it get away. Well, the only issue is you never know if a home site was on the left or on the right when it comes to a creek. You don't know if you're on the wrong side or the right side or the left side. Probably was a lot further up. It's starting to get a little bit more thick up in here. So you better be careful, man. There could be anything out here. One thing about these pine zones, you always got to keep a lookout for is stuff like this. A lot of down pine trees, when they get blown down in the wind, storms, that kind of thing, weak soils, could be anything. It makes it nearly impossible to climb over and climb through. And you just might get stuck. Gonna have to go to China just to get the buckhead. I think I see some kind of weird trail tree. Probably just seeing things out here. If we were to see anything, let's hope it's a snake in the right way. Hopefully that we do see the snakes before they see us first, you know. But that tree up there, man. Probably one of those fakes from like the 1940s, 1950s out here. Gotta get closer first. I've been trying to find a way to get closer. Maybe they directed me over here just so I could see it. Man, I'm crazy. Yeah, it's just a normal tree. I guess I was just seeing things out here. Hey, here's an old cedar. You're gonna say you might be in the right location. Don't see these babies that often anymore in places like this. Beautiful. It's no longer with us though. It is in a different way though. Yeah, there's a tree over there. It's not as big as I thought. If it was a hickory, it'd be more than about 180 years old. I think it's just another tulip tree. With some funky looking branches. Beautiful. do I get myself into? I'm trying to go southwest in that direction. Oh, dang. It's going to be a slow trek for real, man. What was that? Was that a rattle? Or was that me dragging my leg? Or was it just a bird playing a joke? Well, there's the old logging cut-through path right here. You can easily tell because of the gap between the trees. If I can only get through one zone, I'll be all set. I know, tell me about it. Definitely not the smartest thing to do, but I guess I can get away with it if I stick to the path. The deer path right here. Too bad we can't jump like they can, though. Let's hope we don't come across too much of this. Man, ain't nothing like exploring, though. Some of the time it takes longer than others. Some of the time you gotta keep your eyes to the ground. I was hoping I would make some major discovery. That's why I do this thing. In case I come across a rock wall from like 1707. Weird how I know where the deer trails are. Their mental map. Trying to guide you to safety. Well, guide you through the woods safely. At least I found that. Made it back to the old road right here. Got the ditch. You're gonna say stick it to the high road. There's another road out here I'm looking for. I tagged my location on Google Earth and saw that I was far away from it. And this is not it. Thought I heard running water. Beautiful day. Wonder where the real road is. Man, I'm a quarter of a mile from it. I just measured that thing out. A quarter mile through stuff like this is like a quarter of an hour. Especially when we keep having to do things like this. But that's part of the adventure. Well, the reason I'm trying to get to that other road, the main abandoned road out here, is because there might be spots that has some real bottle dumps from back in like the 1920s. But who knows? I mean, the old dirt road was used back up until like the I'd say the late 80s, early 90s, maybe mid 90s. Before they really started developing out here. Could be an old home site here. But I say that about every place. All right, take a look around. When you see stuff like this bulldozed into a pile, could be evidence of like an old home site. Just like these, what do you call these things? They're always in old farmland all the time. No, not privet hedges. These maple trees right here, forgot what they're called. I know the name, I just can't think of it right now. Thought it started with a B. Something maple. They grow extremely fast. Yeah, here's a giant privet hedge. An ancient one right here. I'm looking for the pile of bricks. It's probably all covered up by now. Yeah, this whole place has been bulldozed over. I mean, piled up. That's what I mean. You know what? I just had a thought about something. There probably already exists those different kind of innovation when it comes to historical aerials, historic aerials, whatever that website is. You know, I cruise that thing almost every single day, just looking for the rectangles that are reflective in the old imagery, the aerial photographs from like the 50s. They only go back to 55. But deep inside the city, ATL, it goes back to 38 in some portions. But we're always looking for those squares and rectangles within the landscape, you know. We're always looking for the terraced landscape too. But why don't they have a real-time version of it, you know? Like a different kind of app where you can place yourself back in time, you know, on historic aerials. That would be neat. An interactive version of it where you can track your exact location. You know how you ping your location on Google Earth? You know you're the blue ball, the blue circle. Uh-oh. There's an open landscape over here. Maybe I made a wrong turn or something. Could be somebody's backyard, man. They probably got cams all over the place out here. I'll have to cut down there though. Sorry guys, I didn't mean it like that. I don't mean cut. I don't mean to scare you, hurt your feelings. I don't mean cut like that. I mean go a different direction through your world out here. Talking to these out here. They're timid when humans come around. Yeah, but just think about that. That kind of innovation. You can pull your location up on Google Earth. I'm not on Google Earth, but yourself up. Your own little circle. Your blue dot, red dot, whatever it is. Real-time location today. And you're being within the time of those aerial images. And you know exactly where you are back in 1955, 1938, compared to what exists now. But you're existing within the past of the aerials. So you can pinpoint your location and know exactly where everything is. And where everything was. Hey, it's a beacon. Blue fabric. I think I know exactly where I am. It's weird. It is. I think I made it to this same exact spot like 5.5 years ago. And I did a video out here. Looks like they cleared this out for, I don't know. It's not even on Google Earth. Probably cleared out for the hunters. Look at that hunk of metal. Old school for real. Is that part of a dishwasher? From 1971? Look at that thing. I'm looking, it's dangerous out here. Look at that. Imagine having to climb through something like that. I've done it before. Oh, what's that? A bucket? It is a bucket. Don't we know our stuff? Yeah, I think I know exactly where I am. We made it to the old road. This is the exact same spot I made it to like 5 years ago. How weird. It's almost like the energy of the land is guiding us, if we like it or not. There's the old road, the main old road. It's almost like I'm retracing my steps from about 6 years ago. Crazy. Yeah, this used to be just a pile of, like, you know, when they do the tree farming and stuff, they just leave like a open space with piles of the stuff they didn't use. This was it. And I had to climb right on top of it. And someone in that video said, "Follow me." Beautiful. Time to run my butt out of here. I knew it was going to come down to this. Crap. And I walked right in front of that thing too with a big smile on my face. Let me get out of here. What a shame. Want to see something spectacular? Check this out. You do not see this often. Only in graveyards, that is. Old school cedar tree, still alive. Like it's 1877 all over again. Used to be tons of these out here in the landscape. Some of the best climbing trees you could ever imagine. Used to climb these babies all the time when I was a kid. Their branches are always just low enough, and they're definitely strong enough. They're still living. Beautiful. Gorgeous. It's almost like they put us back in time by about a week or two. Because of the hardwoods out here. I told you that before. If you feel like you're running behind, like you haven't gotten enough of experience in the springtime, like you're in a certain zone or something like that, and you see nothing but dark green leaves like it's late May, mid-June or something, and you're wondering, where the heck did the springtime go? I missed it. Well, you just got to come out to places like this where it takes them time to put the makeup on. They're still neon green with not a lot of foliage on the branches. And they put you back in time by about 2 weeks. Almost like it's late March, first couple days of April. And they give you that time back. I'm not liking what I'm seeing at the moment. Totally unexpected. I'm so far out in the woods at the moment. I'm a mile or 0.91 away from where I need to be. But I just noticed a clearing in the sky. Why does this have to be so far out here? Dang it. You already know what I'm looking at. You already know what I'm seeing. I'm too busy trying to escape within this right here. hoping to hang on to it. Dang right, trying to hang on to it. Hang on to heaven and its heavenly places. Not fair. You know, we always come out of places like this in the hopes that we would always have endless exploring, endless adventure time. And then we get that rude awakening that we were all hoping we would never find in a place like this. Right in the middle of the cut through. And they got themselves a subdivision about to go up in here. Painful to the soul. Never imagined coming across something like this out here today. How unfortunate when you're always hoping you can just have endless landscape, endless forest to keep on going until you can't go anymore. I don't even want to think about how much they took out. That's a different kind of building towards the sky. A different kind of mound. But there's nothing sacred within it. Oh well. So much for endless landscape. Time to go around. You know what I was thinking? You know what I said about an hour ago? Well, a different part of the video earlier, when I was hoping I'd find myself stumbling upon a rock wall. Maybe they were just trying to tell me something through my mind, speaking it through my voice, because we found exactly what we were looking for. The rock wall. How scary. Too bad it's not from the 1340s. Too bad it's not from the 1610s. Maybe later. Yeah, that sucks for real. They took out all this up here as far as the eye can see. And when I look back at Google Earth right now, we are so far out here in the middle of the woods. Yeah, they definitely took out at least 500 acres probably. The clearing and the trees just seems to go on forever out here. What a shame. Incredibly unfortunate. I know for many of you it doesn't really matter. There's very few of us who come trekking through the woods who are always looking for endless exploring in hopes that it'll keep bringing us out until you can't go any further. Yeah, we definitely suck for real on this. I've gone almost an entire mile, a little bit more than 3/4 of a mile through the landscape. Looking at this beautiful place. Never seen a pine tree tie itself into a knot. That's downright cool right there. But this is not cool. Dang, did they ever take out a lot? Looks like over the course of the next 3 or 4 years when I come back out here, there'll be a lot of people out here on their back decks, doing barbecues, staring at us, wanting to know what we're doing in the woods. And the one thing I'm going to be thinking, wondering what the heck are they doing out here? Not fair. Last thing I wanted to discover today. What a beautiful zone. It's almost like being at Stone Mountain. Ain't nothing like exploring. You don't ever know what you're going to come across. You're going to say, look for ancient carvings? I don't know if I have time. It's 4:30 already. Grasshopper hit the screen, hit the camera. Untouched. That is until they finish the subdivision. Crap. Might be the ones who caught me on camera. Probably security for the subdivision. Dang. I don't know if they saw me, but they can't get to us now. Man, check this out. The sun is at the perfect angle. Look at the green grass. Look out for the snakes. Man, look at that. Gorgeous.